Corruption remains a significant challenge across Africa, with some leaders notorious for their unethical practices and misuse of power. This issue undermines economic growth, destabilizes governments, and exacerbates poverty. In this video, we'll explore the top 10 most corrupt presidents in Africa, highlighting their transgressions, the repercussions of their leadership, and the broader implications for their nations. 10. Emmerson Mnangagwa. President Emmerson Mnangagwa has been Zimbabwe's leader since 2017, ascending to power after a military coup. His tenure has been marked by allegations of corruption and international sanctions. Mnangagwa has been implicated in illegal gold smuggling networks that siphon resources away from Zimbabwe's struggling economy. During the COVID-19 pandemic, his son, Collins Mnangagwa, was linked to a $60 million procurement scandal involving personal protective equipment. These controversies have placed Zimbabwe's leader among Africa's most corrupt presidents. 9. Salva Kiir. Salva Kiir has led South Sudan since its independence in 2011. Despite the nation's vast oil wealth, allegations of corruption, mismanagement, and embezzlement have plagued his administration. In 2012, Kiir admitted that $4 billion in public funds had been stolen since the country's independence. Reports suggest that oil revenues meant for public welfare are instead funneled into private accounts or used to strengthen patronage networks. Land scandals, nepotism, and favoritism have further tarnished his presidency. 8. Yoweri Museveni. Having ruled Uganda since 1986, Yoweri Museveni is one of Africa's longest-serving presidents. Despite his prolonged tenure, Uganda has seen little economic or infrastructural growth, with questions arising about the whereabouts of its resources. Museveni has faced accusations of bribery, including a scandal involving a Chinese energy firm. Additionally, high-profile corruption cases, such as the 2012 embezzlement scandal in the Prime Minister's office, have occurred under his leadership. His manipulation of the judiciary to extend his rule remains a contentious issue. 7. Ismail Omar Guelleh. Ismail Omar Guelleh has ruled Djibouti since 1999. Despite the country's strategic importance due to its ports and foreign military bases, widespread poverty and corruption have defined his regime. Ismail Omar and his family have allegedly amassed vast wealth by controlling Djibouti's resources. He has faced international criticism for suppressing independent media, targeting journalists, and fostering a culture of inaccountability. 6. Isaias Afwerki. Since Eritrea's independence in 1993, Isaias Afwerki has maintained an iron grip on power. His administration's lack of transparency and centralized control over resources have led to allegations of rampant corruption. The absence of press freedom and government accountability makes it difficult to document specific cases. However, Eritrea's economic stagnation and limited investments highlight the pervasive influence of corruption at the highest levels of power. 5. Denis Sassou Nguesso. President Denis Sassou Nguesso has ruled the Republic of Congo since 1997. His administration has faced accusations of embezzling public funds and amassing wealth for his family. International investigations have implicated his family in acquiring luxury properties in France, Switzerland, and the US using stolen public resources. Sassou Nguesso remains a central figure in ongoing corruption probes like the ill-gotten gains investigations.
Before we continue, hit that subscribe button and like icon for more interesting videos.
4. Paul Biya. Paul Biya is Africa's oldest president and has ruled Cameroon since 1982. His administration is often criticized for neglecting the country's development while he spends extensive time abroad on private trips funded by taxpayers. Biya and his family have been accused of extravagant expenditures despite widespread poverty in Cameroon. His government is also accused of suppressing corruption investigations and creating a network of officials loyal to his interests. 3. Teodoro Obiang. As Africa's longest-serving president, Teodoro Obiang has ruled Equatorial Guinea since 1979. Despite the nation's oil wealth, most citizens live in poverty while Obiang and his family amass luxury properties abroad. His eldest son, Vice President Teodoro Obiang, was convicted in France for embezzlement, sentenced to 3 years in prison, and fined €30 million. Obiang's family wealth has come under international scrutiny, particularly through the ill-gotten gains investigations. 2. William Ruto. William Ruto, Kenya's president, has been named the second most corrupt leader globally by the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project in 2025. His political career has been dogged by scandals, including the infamous Error and Kimwerer Dam scandal, the Kemsa mosquito net scandal, and the Langata primary school land grabbing case. Ruto has consistently denied all allegations. However, the scale of corruption under his watch has raised serious concerns about governance and accountability in Kenya. 1. Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Nigeria's president since 2023, has a long history of alleged corruption. In 1993, he forfeited $460,000 to U.S. authorities after allegations of involvement in heroin trafficking. Tinubu has also been linked to Alpha Beta Consulting LLP, accused of money laundering and tax evasion. During the 2019 elections, Tinubu faced allegations of vote buying after bullion vans were seen at his residence. Despite the controversies, Tinubu continues to deny involvement in corrupt practices.